Hey, just a quick look at the Soundstream VRCPAA-7DRM. That's what it says on that. So I had to take the other radio back. Come on. And I got the Soundstream radio. As you can see, it's already installed in the same location. I do have a little bit of a gap. This one was a bit more of a hassle trying to center it because of the way the holes are marked, or where the holes are uh, next to the plastic pieces that I had to use. It does come with metal brackets, but the two holes are like right here, and then the holes for this car are farther up there. It's like one here and one up there. So it's nice that it came with metal brackets, but you can't use them in this car. Now, obviously, I got a volume control. I have my forward back button. I got the home button and the mute button here. And I also have the USB in the front again with the aux in here as well. I actually prefer this versus the other one having it in the back. I'm just used to having it here instead of trying to reach at the back. This one does come with Android Auto and Apple CarPlay if you plug in your phone. I really don't use that anyway, so I'm okay with not plugging it in, so I'm fine with that. Now, this is my first Soundstream. They didn't send this to me. I purchased it. Oh, one more thing. There is an SD card slot here too, so I don't have to have the USB on here, but either way, it works, so that's kind of nice. This one doesn't have the CD on it. I prefer it that way because here you get a lot of dust, so there's one less place for the dust to get in. Now, I think they hit a lot of the check marks on this radio, at least for me. Obviously, I had to have the knob, as you can see. It is kind of small, so if you have big hands, you may or may not like it. I'm kind of cool with that. So let me turn it on. It does take a moment to turn on, so here you go. And it is fairly close to the, again, stick shift. It is a touchscreen, a capacitive touchscreen. So let's see here. I was listening to music, and I put this back. If I can get it with my left hand here, give me a sec. So I'll put that there. So let me go ahead and mute that, just so you can see. This is kind of nice because I can change the color. They do have with different colors, but I matched the car, so I like that. That's pretty cool. The home button here takes you back to the home, but there's also a home button up here somewhere. So this is basically the main screen. SD card, phone, USB, get to music. This one does not have the what is that other radio? I forget what they call it. It does have a plug for the buttons on the steering wheel. I don't use that, so I don't need to get that adapter. Let me stop this again. Let's see. So you have the CarPlay. I want to show you how well the screen actually works here. And it's very easy to use, very intuitive. The cool thing about this is that these are the settings, so there's nothing to scroll up or down. So whatever you need is on one page, and then on the next page, so you get the system settings, language, date, key beep, factory reset, and about. Let's see what we got there. So that's what this one has. Now on the Dual, I was able to update the radio. This one, I'm not sure I can. Oh, there, yeah, you can actually. So I haven't checked any updates on this one, but maybe I'll check it later. I didn't even see that until I came here, so that's kind of cool. So let's go back, and then let's go back to settings, you got display. So you got light detect on, daylight, dimming, night dimming, illumination, wallpaper. And again, there's nothing to scroll up or down. So if you want to go to the light illumination, this is where you change it, which is pretty cool. You can LED auto, just cycles through the colors there. I left it on green, obviously. So let me see. I was able to go back on this one here. Can I go back here? No. Okay, so I guess I gotta go through that one. Maybe with an update that'll get fixed again. I remember there was a back button there, but if I put it on the radio, so it's not showing me that. Which okay, well that's that. So let's see. California 92618 Equal Housing Opportunity Lender. So it does work. I haven't programmed anything. So let's go back to the home button. I always get this too confused. But it's just a matter of getting used to it. But for the most part, the menu down here is a little bit small. So you can see, just trying to get to it. So if you go down here, you can hide it and unhide it. I'm not sure what the moon is. Maybe, I thought that was the lighting that you could change. Then we have an input. To now watch videos while driving. I didn't even plug the brake, what do you call it, the brake wire, because I don't even watch videos or anything at all. I don't use it for that. Mainly just the radio. So that's that. And then you get your Bluetooth. So we got that. I already paired, but I don't need that. Let's go back. Then what is this one here? No video signal. So you can put another video signal here. Actually, this is where it's a little nicer feature that this one has. Come on, focus. This one's actually for a front camera. It does have a back camera, but this also has an input for a front camera, which is kind of cool. It does have a 10 equalizer settings over here. I haven't messed with it, just a little bit. And then you get the custom, off, soft rock, pop, electric, jazz, custom. So I was just messing with that a little bit. But that's that, which is kind of nice if you like it or like to tweak your equalizer. And then this one just to turn off the screen, which is kind of cool. Um, Sometimes you don't want the light on, but everything else stays on. So let me show you. Just remember, you just hit something and then you can go back to the menus. So let me put it on reverse. The car is in the ignition's on, excuse me. And when it's off, it does automatically come on. But the cool thing about this one is that there are extra settings for the rear camera. As you can see, you can actually move all this stuff. So let me go back to that, because that's one thing I forgot to look at right here where it says rear camera. If you remember on the Jensen, I had a brightness level, but this one you can actually have the parking assist guide on or off. So let's see if I turn it off, what happens. Parking assistant guide adjustment, so you can adjust the lines a little bit. Let me see. Oop, there you go. So you can actually do that, which is kind of cool. So I turned the parking assist guide on. Wait, is it off? I forget. So let me see what that does. Put it back. Oh, there we go. You get extra lines there. Okay, that's what that means. I thought it was those. So that's kind of interesting. All right. Oh, it does. At least it has a couple more things versus the other one that didn't have anything. So let's go back to the rear settings. Let's turn that off. So when you turn it off, that's the only time you get this. That's the only time you can adjust it. That's what I meant to say. So we'll turn it off. Rear camera view normal. Let's change it to reverse. So let's see what we get. So now it's on the left side here. So let's see. Let me turn it back on. The camera. Let's turn it normal. Let's the back. Now it's on the other side, which is we're on the side that I'm in. So I'm just gonna leave it there. So you can't change that. And so that's kind of cool. Now another thing, the trim is actually thicker than the dual. The other one was kind of flat, so it would just like bend a little bit. So you could push it on. This one, because it's wider, it's pretty straight. So that's kind of nice. I haven't played too much with it, but definitely this one seems to check all the marks that I'm looking for. So if this is something you like, I don't know, this is the first time I'm using Soundstream or a Soundstream unit. It seems to be sound a little better than the Dual as well. The one thing I did notice at the beginning when I bought it was that it is very light compared to the half unit Dual. Seemed to have a lot of, the Dual seemed to be a little heavier duty in terms of the materials. Seemed like the heavier aluminum on it, but this one has nicer features even though it's lighter, which I think is a good thing anyways, because you don't want something this heavy because it is wider on the back, hanging at the back. So it's a win-win in that sense. The other thing, there is a remote control. I don't use that, and there is a microphone built in here. Unfortunately, this was a down. Well, it's a good thing because it has one here, but it also has the jack for an external mic on the back. But the unfortunate part is that they don't give you the mic or an external mic. So I ended up using my old mic. My mic stand kind of broke because I was trying to fix it since it's already, because of the they're so crappy that the holder, because of the heat, just ended up opening up, so I wasn't holding this. And because I got tired of trying to glue it on here, I prefer it right here in front of me. But that means I have to route it through the steering wheel and everything, and I just got tired of doing that, so I don't have to take all the plate on the bottom. So I just put it behind the console here. That way, if I need to move anything, I'm not taking other stuff apart. But there you go. It's a nicer unit to me. I prefer this one versus the Dual, obviously, and I definitely like the two buttons, like I mentioned before. Having the forward and back buttons kind of make a difference, and they do have a little, um, well, it's a little indentation here in the middle, tiny here on the top or the bottom. So it's not in the middle of the actual button, but nothing hard to figure out. You know, just you're at the top or you're at the bottom. So that's kind of cool. And yeah, I'm a lot happier with this one now. So question is, how long it's gonna last? I don't know, but we'll see. I hope I cover everything. I mean, there's not much to cover. Oh, here's the home button that I was talking about. So I guess it's in the menus, but so you get the date and the time. Kind of small. This is kind of small here. So let me see. Can I get a little bigger time here? No, that's pretty much it. That's all you get. So as far as the interface, not the nicest looking one, but it does work. So um, it is what it is, and I hope that helps. I'm gonna call it a day on this one because I'm done with it. I don't care for the piano black, but it is what this comes with, and you know what are you gonna do? You can paint it black if you want, but you're still gonna have the other side piano black. So as you can see, it's not a perfect match, but it doesn't look too bad since I'm not staring at it anyways. Some people may not like that, but me, I don't really care. And again, I'm looking down at the unit, so this doesn't bother me enough to put anything under it to cover the hole. It is what it is. This particular car has a weird or bigger double din, I guess. But yeah, you can still get it done. So there you go.